Welcome to Slime Rancher, a farming game where instead of cattle, you have all of these adorable slimes you have to take care of and love. And you are about to see just how I 100%ed this very enjoyable game. Loading into the far range for the very first time, we are instantly greeted by a pink slime that we would put into our corral, which are just the pens for our slimes. Leaving the ranch, we found our way to the dry reef, where we came across an abundance of new slimes and food. A letter from Cassie. Water tank. Ooh, jetpack. A jetpack! I kind of want a jetpack. Hell yeah. We very quickly found a golden slime. Something we'd later learn is extremely rare. Continuing forward, we found the map data for our location and also discovered the tabby slime. I remember y'all. I loved y'all. Oh my god, it's a little baby chicken! It's so tiny! Oh my god! And right after some rock slimes. Bringing them back to our ranch, we would make them into our first largos. Now the way this game works, when you feed a slime, they will drop their slime plort. If you feed that plort to another slime, they will merge and become a largo, which is more preferable as largos drop both plorts, which in theory doubles your money. Although with the slimes now being bigger, they were also easily able to jump over our corral walls, so we had our goal set to upgrade to taller walls. Heading back out to the reef, we learned that this ranch was previously owned by a man named Hobson Twilgers, who would also kinda be our tutor for this game. Moving on, we ran into the Phosphor Gordo, massive versions of slimes that require a whole lot of food to pop, and we also saw the pink Gordo off in the distance. At the edge of our world, we had our first encounter with tar slimes, hostile slimes that would be a pain for us to deal with in the future. And while AFK reading Twitch chat, we got our first achievement as a tabby slime jumped up to headbutt us. Which leads me into my next topic. If you enjoy my videos and would like to see more, we stream almost every day over at Twitch, and we'd love to see you there. We ran into the Tabby Gordo as well before going back to the ranch. Selling all the plorts we had allowed us to get the high walls upgrade, and we began our progress to pop the pink Gordo. But while looking for food, we found the lucky slime, which gave us money when feeding it, which also meant we have found the two rarest slimes in the game in only a handful of minutes. Exploring around more, we found a locked door that required a slime key to open, which we haven't found yet. And then we made some work at our base. We started a garden so that we wouldn't have to scavenge as much, fed a slime while airborne, and also created a safe space for the chickens to get it on. We then collected enough food to pop the pink Gordo and collect our first slime key, and also sold 100 plorts. We got star mail from Thora, which unlocked the exchange network where we can trade with other ranchers, something that would be much more useful later on. We also got the plort collector upgrade for our corrals, so that we could just auto collect the plorts, which drastically reduced the hassle. As the next day approached, we got the achievement for staying up all night and then opened our first door, which brought us into the Indigo Quarry. Boom slimes. Gimme. Y'all are my new friends. Alright, give me another one of y'all. I don't even know what I'm gonna combine y'all with. That question would soon be answered as we found easily my favorite slimes, the rad slimes. Just look at these faces right here. Exploring more of the quarry, we found a rock Gordo, the map data, another rock Gordo, and the rad Gordo. And at the end of the quarry, there's also a TP back home. Needing more space for our rad and boom slimes, we decided to show the pink slimes their freedom, which we instantly regretted. Some slimes found their way into our chicken coop, and then the others started a tar invasion. The way tars work is that when a largo eats a plort that isn't one of the two it is made out of, then a tar is made. By the time we cleared them all out, all of our rock tabby largos were wiped. Thankfully we were able to create our boom rads though, and also got an air net so they couldn't explode each other out. We were introduced to Victor as well, and then popped the Phosphor Gordo for another key that we used to unlock more of the Deep Reef, where we found that Hobson was falling in love. We repopulated our rock tabbies, and then also made over 5,000 total gold. And with all that money, we fully upgraded our coop for more protection just in case. Making our way back to the quarry, we popped our first rock Gordo, which gave us another TP back home. I guess, fast travel back home. Oh wait, this ain't back home. Is this back home? Where am I? This is back home, but it's in an area I haven't bought yet. Oh my god. Well, there goes that, I guess. But popping the other Gordo gave us a TP to a distant island where we found these sick ass crystal slimes. And also this little dormant lava zone, which gives me the perfect time to say just how much I love this game's environments. Back home, we bought another corral with a solar shield as we combined our crystal slime with phosphor ones and needed to protect them from the sunlight. Popping the Rad Gordo gave us another key, and while collecting plorts, we fed 50 slimes their favorite food. We got to meet Ogden and then used our key to unlock the Moss Blanket, 100% my favorite biome in this game. We unlocked more map data and then found honey slimes. We also found Hunter Largos, but could not actually find the slime itself, so we grabbed its plorts instead. Oh, shoot a boom slime Largo into the air that explodes before landing. I don't recall doing that. Taking the other TP back home, we sold 500 plorts, then also made another corral for our honey hunter Largos. Dude, if you eat, do you calm down? Oh, love these guys when they're not trying to kill me. Back on our exploration, we found another lucky slime, and when feeding it, we made 5,000 gold in a single day. Popping the Tabby Gordo gave us another TP to a place we don't have unlocked on our farm. So we decided to change that and bought the Overgrowth, which led us to another Tabby Gordo. And popping this guy gave us another TP? That's like 4 in a row at this point. At least the island we were TP to had a pink Gordo that did give us another key. Back home we unlocked the Grotto, which is a cave extension for our range, and also a water tank upgrade which would help us deal with any tar slimes in the future. Back to the Moss Blanket, we found another door that led us to the Twinkle Slime. Twinkle Slime? Oh shit. Oh, that's cool. We also found these statues around and another pink statue with its plort in its mouth. With the given context clues, we went back to base and grabbed all the plorts we needed for the rest of the statues, which then opened the big door that brought us into the ancient ruins. Now this place had a gimmick where opening one door would always close another, pretty much making it a labyrinth. One we would get lost in a lot. But we did find quantum slimes and made it to the end where we were greeted by another slime door. With no way through, we went to explore some more and found the map data and the boom Gordo before heading back home and making a quantum corral. Selling all the plorts we've been collecting meant we earned 25,000 gold and also sold 1,000 plorts. We then completed a request for Mochi, which unlocked her range for us, and this place was pretty enjoyable. We were introduced to the Quicksilver slimes that would feed off electricity, so we had to race them and shoot them with energy to collect their plorts. All in all, it was a very fun game mode to give a little change of pace. And for every 10 plorts we did collect, we also got 200 gold. With all our money saved up now, we made a big purchase with the lab. Another extension of our base that let us buy, create, and eventually place gadgets that would be invaluable to 100%ing the game. Collecting all of our chickens, we set out to pop the boom gordo that we found, giving us another key. When opening the door, we found more slime statues, and once we filled their slots, a portal opened, bringing us to the glass desert, a dry and, well, glassy biome. There we were able to find dervish slimes, which created little twisters, the tangled gordo, and map data. We also ran into a fountain and couldn't figure out how to fill it up until we found more statues scattered about, which then gave us ancient water, and spraying the little plant buds scattered around everywhere in this biome caused a massive ecosystem to grow along with mosaic slimes. And once we were back home, we combined them and made mosaic dervish largos, which just have such a cool looking design, by the way. We also combined our quantum slimes with pink slimes, as we would need a whole lot of pink plorts later on. And our last range extension was made, and we were also introduced to Bob. And while I was editing, I realized this was just a few pink slimes in a trench coat. Back to the desert, at this point we started really thinking about the harder achievements. And this one really stuck out, as so far we have only found 2 golden slimes, and both times we were only able to get 1 plort out before they ran away from us. We needed another key, so we popped the tangled gordo, which did not give us a key. We then spent an astronomical amount of time trying to find this quantum gordo, and we only found it thanks to a viewer. It took so long, in fact, that when we went back to the range to get food for it, we got the achievement for staying away from base for more than 24 hours. Yet we were able to eventually pop it and get the key so we could progress more in the desert. Through the door, we found another area with slime statues and a fountain, and then lots of logs from Hobson. We learned that he fell in love and moved on from his range to be with Thora? Damn! But we also got to the end of Hobson's story and the technical end of the adventure mode. And then we just became lost, like really lost on what to do next. We popped another dervish gordo that was around to obtain another key, and then moved on to some lab stuff, making our first drill. And while filling a few more fountains, we found the gilded ginger, an absolutely massive find, as these things only spawn in one random place in the whole desert. And on top of that, when feeding one to a golden slime, it gives you 5 plorts, meaning all we had to do now for the achievement was to just find one while we had the ginger on us. We found a fire slime during a solar storm, and then failing to plant the ginger, we instead planted a pear, which was our 3rd fruit tree. Preparing for our lab and all the pink plorts we would need later, we made a few corrals and combined every slime with pink slimes, giving us 10 different largos on the ranch. We then also failed another gold slime attempt, as we weren't at all prepared when we found it. But with that, we decided to take on some easier achievements. We stood in a rad aura for 15 seconds, and then also held onto a tar slime for way more than 15 seconds. We collected 5 different slimes and put them all into a pond for a pool party. Planting a carrot gave us our 3rd veggie garden, and then we needed to feed pink slimes 10 different food items. But after not getting it, we realized it had to just be 1 pink slime, so this guy was prepared for a buffet. We then took our first death as we needed to get knocked out before 10 a.m. And while looking for food, we somehow fed the pink slime 10 different things, even though he had no food whatsoever in his corral. We then proceeded to kidnap every pink slime around the ranch, and we got to jump into a ball pit of slimes. Needing money to upgrade our silo, we sold 2,500 plorts and then also had a fully upgraded silo, corral, and coop. We put our rock tabby, mosaic dervish, and pink quantum largo in the same corral, and then added onto that with a few different slimes. Goodbye, my friend. Oh my god. Taking our big group of slimes and then putting them in a cramped spot let us suck up 15 slimes at once. And then back home, you joined the 7Z Club. By collecting 600 plorts, we filled every single slot in our silo with 50 items, which took us ages to do, by the way. We then needed to make a lot of money. Crystal plorts are down, quantum's down. They're all fucking... Dude, they're all still down! Why? Okay, well. And once we finally had a good day, we made 100,000 total gold. Sacrificing all of our hens got us to feeding 100 of them to slimes, and upgrading our 7Z club allowed us to unlock these color palettes for our house, gun, and tech on the range. Oh nice, like 90 chicks. Thank you. Goodbye, second friend. There's something about hearing the laughs after you burn a chicken alive. We also unlocked slime toys from the 7Z rewards and made sure to buy all 10 of them. Now this is where we were going to really focus on getting the gold slime. Stress was high, as this is something that could take us actual days to find another one to spawn. We knocked out a quick easy one by collecting 50 plorts out in the wild on one day. And then looking at the wiki, we saw that golden slimes had the most spawn locations in a small area at the moss blanket, which is where we would start first. We ran and ran with not much luck, but we did find a hunter slime, which was really good for our Slimepedia. We're also going to be focusing on the Slimepedia much more now, as we need to completely fill it out. We ran into a honey gordo, and still with no luck for the gold slime, we decided to pop the gordo, as there was a very small chance we can get a gold slime out of a crate. And on our way back, we also found some spiral steam. Wait, I think it's right here. Golden slime, would you like to spawn by chance? Oh my god! Let's go! Oh, that didn't even take that long. Hell yeah. I kid you not. From collecting 50 plorts to our gold slime took us 20 minutes. We were so relieved to get that so easily. We then made more gadgets to fill out more of our Slimepedia. Apiaries at the ranch, pumps at the reef, drills in the indigo quarry, an apiary at the moss blanket, and then all 3 at the glass desert. We sold some plorts to work on selling 5,000, and by that time all the machines were finished. We unlocked hexacomb, royal jelly, deep brine, wild honey, pepper jam, silky sand, and glass shards. Now to unlock all the areas, we had to also get the NPC ranges. And we probably did Victor's quests wrong so many times. We finally sold 5,000 plorts, made a Gordo snare for later, remembered our drills at the core, which gave us indigonium, and then making the #1 slime stage was our 35th gadget. And we also put a tar on said stage. We now put the snare in the moss blanket to attract a hunter Gordo. Goodbye, world. Whee. Oh, okay, nice. Hey, look at him. He's so cute. I love this guy. A few pumps on the ranch gave us lava dust, and then completing a quest for Ogden unlocked his range for us. This place was home to the descendants of the extinct saber slimes and also Kukadoba fruits. We grabbed both of their entries and then we're off to get a few chickens that we were missing. We got the rare hen and chick at the moss blanket, and then a painted chick at the glass desert. We failed another Victor mission, and then went back to Ogden's area as we needed to hold on to some of these Kukadobas and trade them with him for some of his spicy tofu. We then started sleeping and waiting for Victor to give us another mission, which we messed up again. And at this point, we just looked it up and found out for some reason we needed Treasure Cracker 2. I guess you just really don't be messing with broke people. While sleeping and waiting for another request from him, we accidentally triggered the cutscene for the official adventure mode ending. We eventually finally got Victor's range, and his whole thing is that he makes a slime simulation. But there are some bugged slimes, and when spraying them with our debug spray, they turn into glitch slimes. And you'll know if they're bugged by their whack ass face. Once we left the simulation, all our glitch slimes turned into bug reports, which we then turned in, completing our Slimepedia with the manifold cube. Now it's time for Slime Ball. We needed to score 50 points in a minute, but with the constant movement of the hoop and also the physics of the slimes, this could be hella annoying. But we had a strat. We found a build spot that was right by a ledge, and standing above the hoop meant we were able to shoot all the slime straight into it, which gave us the achievement with no stress at all. And the last achievement we could do in this world was make 100 gadgets. We stocked our lab with plorts, fed our slimes, made as many gadgets as we could, slept, fed, lab, and craft. And after a few cycles of doing this, we eventually made all 100 gadgets. With that, we only had one more set of achievements. Slime Rancher has a rush game mode, which is pretty much a speedrun mode. And if there's anything I am not good at, it's doing something quickly. We had 52 minutes to earn 75,000 gold before the time goes. We instantly start with the missions as they are extremely valuable in this. As you can see, there are golden Gordos around the map. These guys are the main way you're going to be making money, but they will only eat the gilded ginger. You also start with all your upgrades unlocked, meaning we have the golden sure shot, an upgrade you get for hitting level 22 of 7Z, which is about 500,000 gold. What it does is every time you feed a golden slime any food item, it'll always give you 3 plorts. And every mission you finish in rush mode gives you 6 ginger and 12 extra minutes to your time, so they are a crucial part of this mode. We went to pop our first golden Gordo and made sure to feed as many of the slimes as we could. We were able to manage 33 plorts, and when sold got us all the way up to 10k gold, which we used for corrals and farms. The only things we would buy in this run to save as much money as possible. We popped the pink Gordo for its key, and also sold 25 pink plorts. In Rush, for every 25 of a plort that you sell, you get a 5% bonus to your score. So picking up a variety of slimes can really help you get that last extra boost. We unlocked the quarry and grabbed the rad and crystal slimes as they'll be my secondary source of income. We also started a rack tabby corral to get 25 plorts over time. Popping the cat largo gave us access to one of the islands where we were able to find our second golden Gordo, yet being unprepared and a little sloppy, we only ended up with 24 plorts. We then popped the rad and phosphorus Gordo for their keys and completed another mission. Back to the quarry, we popped the rock Gordo to get to the other island, where we were easily able to find our third and fourth Gordo back to back. We tried to maximize our outcome, but were vastly unprepared and probably missed out on over 25 plorts. Yet selling everything we had did get us to almost 30,000 gold. Next up was the moss blanket. As we didn't have ginger yet, we had to wait for each mission to refresh to get more. So we found the Gordo here and put a teleporter there instead for when we were ready. And preparing like this would benefit us greatly once we were. Back at the ranch, we made a honey phosphorus corral to collect their plorts, and then popped the honey slime for its key, which we used to get into the ruins, where we prepared another teleporter. Completing another mission meant we were able to pop and collect from both Gordos, which went much better, ending off the two with 53 plorts, which got us all the way up to 48,000 gold. Next up was the glass desert. With the golden Gordo being behind another locked door, we had to put our teleporter a little early and collect another slime key. We made sure the Gordos were where the wiki said they would be while we had some time to wait, and also sold 25 honey, phosphor, rock, and tabby plorts. Finishing our next mission, we repeated the process and popped the 2 Gordos at the edge of the glass desert. Ending off with 66 plorts, we sold them all, getting to 82,000 gold. But this was feeling way too easy. I am stressing. I might have done something wrong. I might have misread the achievement. That happens a lot. We pushed just a little bit more, selling 25 Tangled and Dervish plorts to get that last bonus. And with that, we had nothing else we could do but sit and wait for our time to end. Saw! We're done! We did it! First try as well. Oh man. That was that was such a fun game mode. Yes, dude! Oh, yes! And just like that, we have 100%ed Slime Rancher. Honestly, it was such a fun and absolutely enjoyable experience. I really loved getting to play through this game fully, and we are definitely going to be doing this for Slime Rancher 2 once it's out of early access. But as always, thank you so much if you have made it to the end of the video. If you have any recommendations at all for what you would like to see me 100%, please do tell, and I would love to go through them. If you like more content, don't forget to check out my other 100% videos, and also check out my Twitch. We go live almost every day. We also have a Discord, so you never have to miss a stream or video. Both will be in the description. Thank you all again. I hope everyone had a very enjoyable Christmas and a very good New Year.